Listen, whatever happened between us was not that bad, but we
Okay.
can't make up. I think a conversation needs to be had. We have not spoken really since we wrapped the show. So I think I don't know, time will tell. And let's see what Andy can get out of us at the reunion.
Exactly. And can you
Yeah.
clarify? I've seen that you guys
Yeah.
have unfollowed each other. Did you actually block her on social media?
I did, absolutely.
And why is that?
Toxic. I don't need anything toxic or that just doesn't vibe with what I'm on. And I think I was getting like a lot of subs. And I mean, I could have muted her, but why not just take it up a notch?
I want to gab. All right, today we're gabbing with Lesa Milan of the Real Housewives of Dubai, which finally returns for a second season on June 2nd. Lesa, I'm excited to finally have you guys back on my TV. Love seeing your face. How have you been?
I've been great. I was just saying, I feel like it's been ages since we last caught up. So I'm so excited for this.
Good. So, okay, first of all, you were recently hanging out with Kenya Moore in Dubai when she
Yeah.
was there. What was that like? You guys get a lot of housewives visitors, low key.
We really do. I mean, Dubai is fabulous, isn't it? I mean, everybody, whether you're going east, west, Dubai is always like that really happy medium. And it's such a fabulous city. Who wouldn't want to be in Dubai? But no, I caught up with Kenya. I love her so much. She's literally like a big sister to me. And so it's always so much fun. We laugh so hard. And it's crazy because people always ask me, like, what is she like in person? And I always say she's amazing.
Good. And Lesa, I have to say, so we didn't get to cross paths at BravoCon in November.
No.
The first one that you guys went to, we did, but we didn't this time. I was, however, in the audience for the reading room, Watch What Happens Live. And and I have to say, when you said to Sheree, McQueen more like McSheen, that to me was one of the best moments of the entire, one of those memorable moments of the entire weekend. But I mean, you must have gotten a good reaction out of that line.
I did. I think it lived rent free in Andy Cohen's mind for weeks. Like we laughed about it. But you know what? Here's the thing with me. I'll let you off easy if you pipe down. The minute I see you start to act up, I'm gonna like I'm gonna go for it.
Did you and Sheree clear the air ever after that, or is there
We
still?
never did. We actually never did.
Hmm.
But it was fun shade. I really didn't mean anything by it. I don't know if she wears fake clothes or not. It was just, you know, I
That's
just had
part of
that
the reading.
little.
That's part of the reading room.
It is what it
You can't
is.
take it too
Yeah, I think
personally.
she's low key still mad though.
You know, it may be a cut deep. Who knows? But I think that you were just having fun. But whatever.
I was. I was. It was just light shade.
Hmm. And then, Lesa, one of my favorite things about the premiere, I've watched the first two episodes, but one of my favorite things early on in the second season of Dubai is that big Beyonce concert that happened that kind of went viral and everybody knew about it. That's
Yeah,
kind of like a story. It's kind of part of one of the storylines early on in this season. I mean,
it is.
you and Chanel Ayan were VIP. The
We
rest of the
really
women were just
were.
VIP.
Yeah.
But you had better they were closer to the stage, but you had better company. Tell me about that whole thing and sort of why it's trickling into the season.
Okay, so when you go to a concert, VIP is never in the fan zone, right? So the other ladies, they were literally in the fan zone, and which is nothing wrong with that. But we were in the VVIP with Beyonce's family, Kendall Jenner, all the people who were popping.
The movers and
They were
shakers.
in the fan zone. But we had, honestly, regardless of where you were in that stadium, it was amazing. It was Atlantis de Royal. It was their big grand opening. And I mean, Beyonce. It was like a little
Iconic.
free concert, a free Renaissance tour. It was so nice.
Yeah, and up until then, she hadn't performed a concert like that in a very long time, I feel like. So that was
Yeah,
pretty major.
it was so major. I was hoping to like run into her in the hallway so I could be like, hey, babe, it's me. Remember when you wore Mina Row? Not once, but twice.
I think we definitely talked
Jog
about
her
that in our
memory a
first
little
interview.
bit.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
I did not see her in the hallways.
She's probably very protected.
Oh
Okay, so
yeah.
Lesa, the trailer for this season I thought was really great. I think it promises a lot of different storylines, a lot of mixing it up, and we'll get to sort of what I think is like the big calling card of this season, which is you and Chanel Ayan and the complications with your friendship. But I first wanted to ask you, I mean, an unexpected thing I think from that trailer is, we see Sarah talking to Ayan, kind of asking about something going on at home for you, and then it cuts to you saying that like, quote, in case Rich leaves. What is
Yeah.
that all about? I love you guys as a couple. Are you guys okay now? Like, are we going to see some kind of hiccups for you?
Well, the good thing about this is for me as a housewife, I show everything. I show the good, the bad, the ups, the downs. You're literally going to see me struggling to juggle it all. And, with me being super busy, my husband's used to me being, a stay-at-home mom, a housewife. And I think with having the show, it's another job on top of Mina Rowe. And so I think for me, I felt like a heavy load. But overall, Rich and I are great. That's my best friend. He's not going anywhere. He can't find another wife like this ever.
So it's really about you guys kind of working through kind of you getting
Yeah, it's
kind of
you're gonna
through this
see how we
moment.
navigate that. Yeah, you're gonna see how we navigate that. Because for me too, I'm super hands-on as a mom. I have a nanny, I do have help, but I do everything for my kids. I'm the one that takes them to all their freaking 10,000 football trainings a week, music lessons, swimming lessons, track and field, everything. And then I also have to run Mina Row. And now we have a great team, but still, I'm super hands-on with that. That's my other baby. And I have to give my husband attention too. So
Hmm.
it's me juggling so many different aspects. And I think social media, when people see me on Instagram, they think I always have it together. And I think when you actually watch the show, you see that I don't.
Oh, but I did love seeing. I think it's either in the first or second episode. There's a scene where you take your boys to one of their football training sessions, and you pull
Yeah.
out your laptop to do work while they are getting trained. So it's
Multitasking. You
yeah,
know that emoji? I don't think it's an emoji, but there's this like one thing with the lady juggling
yeah,
it all. That's kind of me. But I always
that's
say I
you.
don't juggle. I integrate because juggling is kind of suggesting that I give equal amount of energy to different things and I don't. My kids are my priority, but it's tough and I'm human. And I think people will get to see the human side of me this season.
Good, good. Okay, so you and Chanel Ayan, which is it's hard for me because I love both of you. We're used to seeing you such a
Admit
dynamic
it. You love me
duo.
more. Admit it. You love me more. Admit it, or I'm
Listen,
not answering any more questions. I'm kidding.
Lisa, I love you. I love you so much. Um, but in the premiere, you guys are good. We see you guys
Yeah,
playing paddle together. I think it's either you or somebody else calls you guys God and Jesus. You call each other every single day.
we
But this
do.
season, obviously, your friendship crumbles at least for the time being.
Yeah.
Did you, ahead of this moment this season, did you
Yeah.
see any cracks in your friendship with Chanel Ayan? Did you see it coming?
To be honest, when I was in it, I didn't. But now that I've been on the outside of it, I feel yes, there were signs. It's kind of like a marriage or relationship.
Yeah.
When you're in it, it's hard to see the cracks. And clearly, we weren't as strong as I thought we were because, we crumbled. And it's really sad. It's unfortunate. But you guys are going to see how that whole thing plays out. And yeah,
Mm. You say in the premiere that and you say this jokingly, but I'm curious if there's kind of more seriousness to it, that she was sort of
mm,
jealous of all the friends you play paddle tennis with, that like you have this group of
yeah.
women that you play with, and I'm wondering if you think that kind of kernel of a feeling plays into why she kind of started to get closer with Stanbury.
You know what? It's so crazy because I've been like seeing things online and I've been seeing, just chatter here and there, hearing things around town. And it's supposedly me that's jealous of her friendships, which I've never been jealous of anyone's friendships. I mean, go be friends with whoever you want because I actually have friends outside of my friendship with Ayan. So we're gonna have to just watch to see how the whole thing plays out. But I've just been really quiet because I feel like I'm gonna be vindicated.
I like that. That what we see will kind of prove your side of it, you think?
Yeah, well, I hope so. I really, really hope so. And if it doesn't, I'm open to taking accountability. But I know there's nothing that I would need to take accountability for because I've only been a really, really good and honest and genuine friend to her.
Right, right. And I think that like, obviously fans of the show like knew to expect this from this season. We saw stuff at BravoCon. We've heard about you guys not being friends anymore. But
Yeah.
I think what kind of surprised me about the beginning of this season is that like you, Ayan, and Stanbury are kind of like it seems like you're kind of becoming a trio a little bit, like you're going to lunches together
Never
and
a trio, never
never.
a trio ever. We'll never ever be a trio. They're the desperate duo, and they can have that. But I'm not gonna lie, I was more open because I'm not someone who hold on to grudges. And despite everything that happened last season, I came into this season open-minded and ready to, give her a chance.
Right.
And yeah, like I said in the trailer, a snake is a snake. They can change your skin, but they'll always just be that.
And why don't you trust Stanbury? Why can't you guys get on that same page in your
It's
mind?
not it's a matter of can I trust her or can I not trust her. For me, actions speak louder than words. And when you see and you watch season 2, it's all gonna unfold. Like nothing that I've said in my confessionals or in the trailers is unwarranted. So you're gonna see the whole thing play out. I don't want to ruin it for you
Okay.
guys, but I can tell you that season 2 is gonna be so good, so fire. We're gonna have some really fun times together as a group, even me and Stanbury. Imagine that. But we're also gonna have some really, really tough moments and heartbreak. It's quite disappointing. And we have to relive this all over again.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
we'll
gonna.
see.
Do you think it's gonna reopen some of those wounds? Kind of seeing people
Absolutely,
seeing this play out again.
absolutely. Yeah. It will definitely reopen some wounds because I mean with Ayan and I really loved her. So I think reliving that is going to be painful, especially because it's kind of behind me now.
Right.
So we'll see, but I'm excited to see her side because maybe there's something that I missed along the way, and I think by watching it back with the viewers, I'll probably get a better understanding. But as for now, I feel yeah, season 2 is just going to be so spicy. Oh
Yeah.
my God. And
At
hard to
bravocon,
watch.
yeah, at bravocon, Lisa, you said that you will always have love for her. That you will
Yeah.
always have love for her. Does that kind of existence of love always for her, does that point to hope for any kind of reconciliation in the future, do you think?
Listen, whatever happened between us was not that bad where we
Okay.
can't make up. I think a conversation needs to be had. We have not spoken really since we wrapped the show. So I think I don't know, time will tell. And let's see what Andy can get out of us at the reunion.
Exactly. And can you
Yeah.
clarify? I've seen that you guys have
Yeah.
unfollowed each other. Did you actually block her on social media?
I did, absolutely. I
And
don't
why
need
is
anything
that?
toxic. I don't need anything toxic or that just doesn't vibe with what I'm on. And I think I was getting like a lot of subs. And I mean, I could have muted her, but why not just take it up a notch?
Okay. All right. Get that intrigue going. Okay, and then obviously we have a new housewife in the mix, Talene.
Yes.
What do you think of her? What were your first impressions of her when she first kind of joined this group?
Taline, you know what? When she first joined the group, I was really excited to meet her. She supported me to row. She's been to our fashion shows, and we've gifted her things before. So I was really, really excited for her to come in and be a part of the circle. She's a big ball of energy. So yeah, I was really excited to meet her.
And are we going to see a friendship between you two? Because she's super close with Caroline Brooks. That's kind of how she enters the group a little bit.
Yes.
Are you guys going to form
Listen,
a
one
friendship?
thing I can say is that so many dynamics changed this season. Not just Diane and I. You're
Yeah.
going to see loads and loads of dynamic shifts and lots of shockers. I don't want to ruin it, but so many surprising moments that I myself did not see coming with friendships and alliances. I hate to even use that word because we
Yeah.
are really just a group of friends, but you like some people more than you like others. And so that can sometimes create alliances, but a lot of things changed from the first episode to when we wrapped filming.
Hmm. And I kind of find it hard to touch down on where Brooke stands with certain people. I think it changes a lot, like you just said, but like
Yeah.
you and Brooks, what's
Yes.
that roller coaster like? Is that
It's definitely a roller coaster. I think with Brooks, sometimes, I love her and sometimes I can't stand her. Right now, I like her.
Okay,
She's like in
that's
the middle.
positive.
Yeah, right now I like her, but I can just expect in about a week she'll tell the girls I said something and then it's going to be drama all over. So with me
Arm's
though, with
length.
everyone, I feel like I take people on face value. What you see is what you get. And so I kind of know how to deal with her and deal with a lot of my friends um, off face value.
Hmm. So who in this group, Lisa, would you say you're closest with right now?
You know what? I feel like I'm good with everyone. Now, is everyone good with me? Is a better question, but I feel
Okay.
like I'm good with everyone. I mean, except Ayan. I feel like Ayan and I need to have a conversation at some point. We'll see. But overall, I think I'm good. I'm cool with everybody.
Even Stanbury?
Cool. Cool.
Really?
Yeah, she's not on or off my radar.
Hmm.
Here's the thing. I don't really have issues with these girls. They're the ones that have issues with me for whatever made up reason they have in their heads. Whether it is to side with Ayan because they feel like, oh, I have to show my loyalty to her, or whatever they want to make up. But I am personally good with everyone.
Why, in your mind, do you think that Ion and Stanbury got close? Like, what pushed them together in your from your perspective?
Yeah. Well, I think it's fake. I think
Okay,
it's fake.
like for the show, you
Uh,
think?
yeah, I think it's definitely for the show. It's quite calculated. I don't think it's genuine. And if it is, I stand corrected, but I'm almost sure I'm not wrong.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then one thing that I think was like a point of feedback from fans last season was that Sergio was around a lot. People
Yeah.
called him sort of like the other housewife kind of thing. That was sort of what
Yeah.
you saw a lot on social media. Is that going to be the
Yeah.
case again this year?
You know what? I think not as much as before. We do have other husbands that have even bigger personalities than
Yeah.
Sergio this season. Um, so Sergio's gonna have a good friend on the show, I think. So he's not around as much, and so I think we kind of got to see more of Caroline because he wasn't around.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
Rich does it well. He doesn't get too involved. He's there for a lot of the group
Rich stays
things.
out the mix. Rich actually has a job. So so my husband, yeah, Bravo doesn't pay him. Maybe if Bravo like signs a big ass check, he could probably give them 5 minutes. But for now, no. Rich is booked and busy, but he supports me, like if I say, babe, you know, um, they're filming at home today, you know, do you want to be on camera? And he'll be like, sure, why not?
Right,
I'm here. It's
right,
already the weekend. We'll
right,
get
right.
that. But for the most part, he just in general stays out of women's business. He stays out of women's business. He's does not like that 50-year-old influencer thing that went viral last season. He was mortified. But I promise you, if they ever keep a mic on Ridge, the things that he says, and he's so protective of me too. So yeah, if I have a problem with someone, he has a
Then
problem with them.
yeah, right, right,
Yeah.
right, right, totally. We
Yeah.
also saw Lisa that you want your mom to move to Dubai. She's
I
still back. She's
do.
still back in Miami. She comes to visit in the second episode.
Yes.
What is that just to have family close that you really want her there and you don't get to see her enough? Like, talk to
Well,
me about
yeah.
that sort of
I
journey.
mean, the flight to Miami is 15 hours, right? So it's not
Mm,
like I can just get on a flight and see my mom. So it would be really nice. I think people see all the glitz and glamour, like I said on the show, and they don't really see the other side of an expat life. I don't have, the luxury of having my mom around. So with Rich and I being super hands-on with our kids, for example, we don't get to take vacations just the two of us. All our
right.
vacations usually end up being with the kids. And if he travels, he's on his own. If I travel for work, I'm on my own. We don't really get to do that. And so having a grandparent here that we trust with our kids, that would be amazing. And also, they're getting bigger. I think I told my mom the other day, like, Max is turning 10. In like 5 years, he's not going to want
Wild.
grandma.
Right,
Like right
right,
now, they still kind of need granny to give them candy and say yes when mommy says no. And we don't have that luxury.
right. I love when she shows up and they're like, "Where are the presents?"
Yes, because she always comes with like all these goodies and organic lollipops and all of that
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
So cute. So cute.
Lisa, in general, like, I mean, this is your second go round as a housewife. This is the second
Yeah.
season. I think it's usually a time when people like level it up and like it just kind of gets to the next level. What's been the
Hmm.
sort of biggest learning curve for you or the biggest adjustment for you in this period?
Um, to be honest, I came on the show with one of my best friends, and talking to you today, we're no longer friends. So I think the biggest learning curve is maybe not do reality TV with your best friends, because people act different. Cameras and situations change dynamics. And yeah, sometimes people do it for the right reasons, sometimes they do it for the wrong reasons. But just overall, I feel maybe not bring your close friends, because I'm friends with all of these girls, but
Yeah.
maybe not your best ride or die friend, because shit goes down.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard of kind of friends on different franchises and things over the years be like, okay,
Yeah.
but we had a pact, like never let the show
Yeah.
get between us. Never. But I feel that's easier said than done.
100%. I remember Nene Leakes, the first time Ayan and I met her. Her advice to us was, do not let this show get in between your friendship.
Mm.
Like really, really stay true to each other, be loyal to each other, and talk things out. Like, don't let the producers, don't let anything, regardless. And we failed. Sorry, Nene. We failed.
Well, Lisa, I maybe it's in vain, but I have hope that you guys can somehow get back to a better place. Maybe we just need Andy Cohen at the reunion to help
I
you guys
think
out.
so. I mean, Andy is really like the Dr. Phil, isn't he? Like
The
he can
friendship
he can
doctor.
almost,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, really.
We'll
I
see.
I'm holding out hope again as somebody who loves both of you.
Thank you. But me
But
more.
listen, you're saying it. But I'm so excited for the season. These first two episodes were really great, and I'm so
Yeah,
excited for everybody to get to watch them and get on the Dubai
it's
train this
so
summer.
good.
It's so good.
Honestly, if you guys don't run our numbers up, I am personally going to be so offended, because it's such a good season. I haven't seen, and I'm a housewife fan. Like, I look at it from every perspective. And no, we're giving you glitz, glamour, fashion, all of it.
Yeah, I
Drama.
totally agree. I totally
Yeah.
agree. Well, Lisa, thanks for taking the time today. Always a pleasure to
Thank you
connect with
so
you.
much, Gibson. I love you. Thank you.
You're the best, and we'll talk again soon.
Say that again.
We'll talk again soon.
No, the you're the best part.
Oh, you caught
I
me.
knew I would get it. No, thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, so
Bye.
fun. I want to gab.